Series. Into the lead. Bud gets wrecked in front of the pack. He saves it. 3-4 wide as they come to the white flag. Here comes Vargas down on the apron. They are 5 wide. Ian Plash will win it at the line. Is this package? Oh, there goes Jordan Lopez Jr. That's your race leader. Caution flag is out.
Still no one willing to give up as they're going to be dead even off of the first chicane.
Oh, he saves it. What's going to happen here? Here comes McCandless. Get your front there. He's got it. He's got it. McCandless is in.
Core, presented by SimWrapMarket.com, welcomes you to the virtual Rockingham Speedway in Rockingham, North Carolina. Tonight, it's the Shrimp Hub Cool 200. 60 laps, 2 races, and more than 20 drivers. Should be a fun one here tonight from the high banks of the Rock. Glad to have you with us. Jacob Pitts, Caleb Hoffman here with you. Wasn't anticipating on being here, but thanks to Mother Nature having an impact here in the Northeast, I shifted some things around. So instead of making an hour-and-a-half drive to where I was supposed to be, I make the 2-minute walk to my computer, and here we are. Let's do this thing. So, should be a good one. Here from the Rock. We'll get to our starting grid in a moment as folks are still spawning in, if you will. 23 drivers. Solid field for tonight. And we'll see how things shake out. Let's take a look at our starting grid while we're here. On the pole, Carson Hocevar. Yes, he's here, making just, I believe, his second core start. He gets the Eric Messer Photography Pole Award. Whoever has the most poles at the end of the year gets a trophy, thanks to one Eric Messer, official photographer of the Madhouse, Bowman Gray Stadium, and the Core League. The rest of our starting grid scrolling across the bottom of your screen. And Caleb, should be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun when we came here in these cars back in the Summer Series.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be nothing short of a blast. I mean, it's been one of the races circled on my calendar here, and we talked a lot last week at Long Beach about how this portion of the schedule is going to kind of be that variable wild card. Now, we've been here before in the Summer Series, like you mentioned, so we know a little bit more of what to expect, but it's core. I mean, you know how things play out here. Everything changes, I feel like, every other week based on contenders we see up at the front, some of the guys on the roster, like a Carson Hocevar being here today. So we'll see how he and the rest of the field kind of attack this track, and it's going to be a lot of fun with the big horsepower Gen 4 cars, as always.
No doubt about it. Field gets rolling. Fly Guy will drop to the back of the field. We have 2 laps till we go racing. See Hocevar there in the GoDaddy car. Of Joey Stone starting up on the outside. Your winners last week. I know Keenan Kusin won the second race. First race was Harry?
Yes.
Yeah, Harry Tiller came away with the win last week. So we'll see how things shake out tonight.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a big variable in terms of tire wear as well. Something to watch out. Whoa, contact already between TCB and Justin Champagne on the pace lap here. TCB in some new colors this week, throwing back to Jeff Gordon. But a big, part of that is going to be what the weather is on the racetrack. If you want to pull up your favorite graphic, Zach. But here
there
today, as you can see, 66-degree air temp, 67-degree track temp, very mild for January 10th in North Carolina. I feel like it'd be half covered in snow if it was according to real life down here. But no humidity, and then the wind.
I don't know about that.
Well, I know at least a little east of North Carolina, it's definitely covered in snow. But Cool temps. I mean, you're not going to see those tires wear out, and we should have some great multi-lane, multi-groove racing, at least at the beginning of this run before we can get some rubber down on the racetrack.
Your live weather look in Rockingham, North Carolina, 26 degrees Fahrenheit, no rain. Things will warm up as the day progresses into Thursday, high 51. Today's high 39, pretty cloudy, so no snow to speak of, at least actively falling around the speedway. So Hocevar and Joey Stone on the front row for the initial start. 2 60-lap races. Also, shout out to TCB on the 24 when he's actually the 025. Whatever. Green flag, we're racing at the Rock.
TCB tried to use that high lane, tag the wall. They're going to be 3 wide going into 1.
McCandless up the middle, 3 wide. He'll pick up a pair of spots. Oh, Dale Reynolds
Joey's
down to
in
the
the wall.
flat. Yep, he's going to drop all the way to the rear of the field. And that back straightaway wall is angled. We've seen a lot of guys hit that thing and go flying. No kick flips, though, from the kick machine. Hocevar leads the first lap.
Yeah, made contact with Gabe Wood trying to merge into line, but everybody looks to be okay. And you can see that high lane. Everybody's trying to use it right now. Meanwhile, up at the front,
Dale! Into the inside wall. We stay green. Single car. Just lost it on his own off of turn 2.
Harry Tiller's trying to make a run at the lead here. He's got to run. He might make contact with Carson Hocevar. Just barely avoids him. And still in tow is that number 1 machine. Harry's going to get big loose.
Oh, he's around! Into Champagne to the inside wall. Caution flags out for the first time in the core at the Rock. Justin Champagne and Harry Tiller. And they were racing really, really hard up at the front. Blake almost overdrove the car, getting into turn number 1, got the wall, about spun out. And then Harry off of 2. It looks like Caleb, he just lost it all on his own and nowhere for Champagne to go down on the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty cut and dry replay here, and we saw it live. As you mentioned, Blake making that contact into the wall. And watch this one car just steps out on him, can't get it back underneath him, and spins around. Doesn't help that he has Champagne right there, and going to result in our first caution of the day here from Rockingham, and going to have to expect a few more.
They're going to keep racing like that.
Yeah, I mean, again, you got to keep in mind some of those track temps. I mean, these tires going to take them a few laps to get up to optimum heat, and when they're cold like that, it's easy to slip and slide around this racetrack, especially, you know, on a surface like this that is notorious for slipping and sliding around.
So our first caution flag of the night here from Rockingham. We have a couple of cars coming onto pit road. Lillo, Gabe Wood going. Got Joey down there, Fly Guy, Harry Tiller, and more. How in the world is Harry in his pit box right now? Can we go back to that other camera? Like, not that one. That one. Look how far back he is in that pit stall.
I don't know how that's not a bop, but
yeah, you would think he would have to pull
it.
forward. Same thing with Joey there. Joey's a little shallow into the box, but not as much as the one of Harry. So Carson Hocevar is out in front, or is he pitting? He's pitting. So there goes your race leader. Already to the pit lane, which will hand the lead over to Blake McCandless.
And again, we were talking about this last week, but this is a race that we know Blake has certainly had circled on his calendar, and it feels like every time we come here to Rockingham, he's got something up his sleeve, whether it be pit strategy or just, you know, pure pace. I mean, he knows how to get around this joint, and he has shown it early on today, just already a charge to the front.
A lot of good drivers at the front. You've got Blake, you've got Sean Butler. Those two brawled it out here back in the summer series. Got Brian LaPrade on the inside, who has been a championship bridesmaid a couple of times in the core, out of contention this year because he missed a couple of races there in December, but glad to have him back. Millette Radman there in fourth. You got TCB, Wes Graham. He has really showed his strength as of late in the core league. He's up inside the top 10. He'll be third on that inside line. And looking further back, your point leader, Michael P. Frisch, he sits in the 10th spot.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the points battle is taken. It's the same contenders, but it's shifted around a lot. Frisch last week had a pretty good run, about 10th or so, and kind of let Cozy regain some of those points back. Cozy's only 23 points back as of the beginning of this race here. TCB's in the wall in the back stretch. He'll get out of it there. But Garrett as well, 62 points back. So it's kind of shaping up to be a 3 or 4 man championship fight. Of course, we still have so many rounds to go to figure the rest of that out going into Atlanta. But it's going to be interesting in that, you know, you don't want to let Frisch kind of run away with it here. So you're going to have to run as well as you can. It's really going to put the pressure on these guys in second and third.
So many rounds to go. We only have 3 races left after tonight. We're at Chicagoland next week. Then we're at Wilkesboro for Throwback Week. And then we finish it at Atlanta. So the end of the season is nigh. Meanwhile, McCandless and Briar LaPrade lead us back to green at the Rock.
Be careful here to make sure. Oh, TCB almost did the same
Crash
thing.
in the back. Joey gets turned with Harry Tiller. 2 cars. We stay green. It's at the back of the field.
And almost had the same thing happen up at the front. TCB cut the nose off of Wes Graham. He had to really get out of the throttle. TCB retains that position in 5th. They're side by side, though, for the lead a little further up front. This is for the lead. Look at Blake McCandless on the outside.
Great run on the outside, 3 and 4. Briar trying to hold it down on the bottom. Here comes Sean down there as well. Briar washed up in the middle. McCandless will hold on to the top spot as they make their way to 3.
You can see Sean trying to use that inside lane. Going to step out a little bit on him, and that's going to kill a lot of his momentum and let Briar and Blake get away from him a little bit. But don't let that fool you. That 32's got a rocket.
McCandless is not pitting this time, even though he hit it in the iRacing text chat. He is staying out there. By the way, an update on Hocevar. He is still on the pit lane, 4 laps down. So your leader pits after the first caution, and not sure what's up with him. Bathroom break, DoorDash break, or what. But no more Hocevar on the racetrack for now. A little further back, here comes Ryan Vargas in the 26. Underneath TCB, that's for 5th. Oh, that got tight.
Yeah, and I mean, this has been a very tight battle the last few laps. TCB, with that run, going to try to use that momentum on the outside. Actually got pretty checked up, TCB did. You can see right there, it's going to hit the wall.
Terrible crash, and they're wrecking further behind as well. Case, Robert Dorman, Justin Malillo involved. It's a 2-part accident on the back straightaway, and it results in our second caution flag of the night. A wild crash.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that building up.
Yeah, this is 2 unrelated separate deals. I don't know, maybe if we want to start with the Harry Tiller, Joey Stone contact on the restart and work our way forward from there. Oh, and Joey piled in at the end of that crash. Here's the replay. Oh, they just checked up, and Harry ran up the back of the 5.
And then you can see this part right here. Vargas, we had mentioned, was getting out of the way, and TCB kind of had that same thing 2 laps in a row. That time just can't correct it, and backs into the wall, gets airborne.
And he said he just simply lost it up there. That's on him. Then further back, you've got Justin, who just lost it in front of Dorman. And let's focus it on Case, and we're just going to sit on Case for a while here. So he's going to try and get it going. He backs up, and here comes Joey. Look out. On board, this is with Joey Stone. You can see how far back he is. He just hits the start-finish line as the caution comes out.
And I don't know if he's just not getting information that there's a wreck on the backstretch here or what, but...
Oh, I see. He saw Case starting to back up the racetrack and went to lock it down and just lost it. Interesting. Well, nonetheless, Sean Butler and Michael Cozy Jr. stay out. They're your race leader. Everybody else came onto pit road for 4 tires and fuel. We'll step aside. We'll get the restart when we come back. You're watching Core on FTF. Back here from the Rock. As we are back to green. It's Sean Butler, who has yet to stop. And then Michael Cozy Jr., he stopped under the first caution and got 4 tires. Everybody else, 4 tires on this most recent pit stop. Cozy takes the lead. Breyer taking second as they come off turn number 2. Side by side still for second. Breyer trying to hold it down there, but new tires trying to battle with old tires here with the 32 and the 99.
Yeah, and I've noticed Sean, he's really started to like this outside lane. He tried the inside just a few laps ago, and it was really not handling the greatest for him. But now that he's gotten up on that outside lane, he is tracking Cozy down. Everybody's really started to migrate up to this high lane.
Oh, and Vargas got the wall. Bobbles, and everybody holds on. He'll lose a couple more spots. Radman and Schildhouse go by. He was battling with Frisch. Slide Vargas back to 8th. Let's go on board with the 26, the Vargas machine. Hop it on board at 26 the rest of the year in core. Made that announcement earlier this week. Trying to do those green, black, and white colors proud. Right now he's P8. He was up closer to the front before the bobble. Meanwhile, for the lead, it's getting busy. Here comes Breyer as Sean Butler has the lead. Cozy hanging in there as well. They're going to look 3 wide, but Butler shuts the door off too.
Oh, trouble in turn number 1 and 2. Fly Guy just got sent around off the nose of Dorman. TCB spins. Dale Reynolds joins in as well, and that's going to be our 3rd caution of the day. Just as it was starting to get good at the front there.
Calamity Corner, turn 2. And for the 3rd time tonight, we'll go under the yellow tablecloth and see exactly how this started. To turn number 1, watch the 773 and the 46.
And I had my eyes on TCB here, but you can see Fly Guy just tags the wall in front of him. TCB's trying to get on that transition to miss the wreck, and it's just so abrupt that it sends him around. Dale Reynolds, same story there. Both of those guys with no damage, but unfortunate for sure.
Great job by everybody to get around. This is on board with Gabe Wood in the 04. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Case?
Yeah, this is Case.
This is Case, who has the same hood as Gabe Wood.
You just figured that one out?
Yeah? How many times do we go on board with Case?
He's got a point.
So more pit stops. Sean stays out. We do have unlimited tire sets, so you can chew through tires like crazy, but Sean continues to stay out. He has not stopped. Three others join him: McCandless, Radman, and Melillo. They all took 4 tires under the last caution flag, and we've had some strategy now. Vargas, first off pit road, believe 2 tires. Joey Stone, fuel only. Mike Riccozzi Jr., 4 tires. Garrett Smithley, 2 tires. And then 4 tires for much of the rest of the field. So an interesting decision by some of these folks. By the way, Sean Butler reports the Detroit Pistons are now 4-37. Woof.
Wow.
My condolences to the Pistons fans. All like 4 of you that are left. Ugh.
Yeah, their solitude has driven them insane. If you ever want to take a trip to their subreddit.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this game hasn't ended yet. It's 124-114 against the Timberwolves.
Get the
I'm sorry.
music. Get the music.
124-117. It's over. It's final. ESPN a little sleep at the wheel there, but we keep wrecking like this, we may need the music. Either that or either the ESPN music or the circus music. I'm not quite sure which. But we're a third of the way through this race. 24 laps complete when we hit the line here, and we should be a lap away from the restart when we get to that point.
Should be getting those famous words this time for the choose cone. I mean, looking around at the top 5, I mean, obviously we've got our likely suspects, Sean Butler, Blake McCandless leading the field here, but how about Radman, Justin Melillo up in the top 5, Ryan Vargas, he's rebounded, Joey Stone right now is in 6th, Cozy, Garrett, kind of in that championship fight, right in that top 10 as well, Frisch is here as well. I mean, got some pretty big storylines, brewing inside this top 10, and coming up on halfway here in the next few laps.
Here we go. Sean still on the oldest tires in the field. Then Blake McCandless to the outside. Then Radman, Melillo, Joey Stone. Your top 5 on the restart. 25 laps complete in race 1, green flag.
Oh, Justin makes contact with the outside wall. He's sideways. Vargas is going to go down to the inside. Justin's just going to...
trouble. Frisch is around. Gabe Wood. TCB's in it. He collects Harry Tiller. And Case Kallenbach gets some damage as well. Caution flags back out.
This one should be
It all
a short
started
yellow.
mid-pack, I think, trying to get around. Melillo is how this all started. We'll get a replay. Watch. We'll start with the 4 of Garrett Smithley. Watch the gray car. He gets hit by Frisch. He saves it. Frisch gets down, though, into Gabe Wood, who cannot.
And again, it's just, I think how many cars we have here, plus how cramped it is. I mean, stuff like this is going to happen. When you're panning out 3-4 wide, it's just not a conducive racetrack for that. I mean, we're pretty narrow here.
So caution number 4. So we've got plenty of eNASCAR news. First and foremost, FTF.GG will not be the home for the first round of the eNASCAR qualifying iRacing series. Moved on to greener pastures, and we will not be covering that this year. I believe somebody else will, but yeah, not our problem for 2024. And, of course, news is still dropping about the eNASCAR and Coca-Cola iRacing series. We're trying to figure out who's going where. Free agency season in full effect. Justin Melillo's got the Steve Kornacki look, I'm sure. Can we get a live look of Juan Melillo? He's on the pit lane right now. We're actually back out on the racetrack. I understand the whiteboard might be in work. Let's see. IndyCar
win.
Oh, IndyCar win. Okay. Let's well, maybe if I can. There we go. All right, let's explain the whiteboard. Justin, you got us.
Hey, what's going on?
Let's explain the whiteboard.
Oh, yeah, I want to know when we're going to get IndyCar, since, you know, IndyCar is back. I don't know, I just thought that was fun. I had other things on that board that I had to erase, and I was like, you know what, I don't have anything for tonight, so I just, you know, came up with that, so.
So you don't have any, like, eNASCAR news you want to share with us and break right here on FTF.GG?
No, I like my job, thanks.
All right, Justin. Good luck here on the restart. We'll let you get to it.
Thanks.
That's Justin Melillo, iRacing's newest employee. Here we go. 29 laps complete. We're back to green. Sean Butler, Milan Radman on the front row. Green flag.
A little bit of stack up there in the second lane with Joey Stone. Everybody up on that high lane. Make sure that we get through turns 1 and 2 correctly here. Drive-through has a big moment. He's down on the apron. He's going to be able to rejoin safely. Might get a lap in here, Jacob.
Nice little chicane there from DT. Butler leads the field. McCandless is in second. Radman third. Then Vargas and Cozy. Your top 5. He's one of those drivers that we don't know where he's going to go next year or this year. If he'll stay with Front Row Motorsports or if he'll move on to a bigger place. He sends it in down to the bottom of the racetrack. Gets by Vargas just fine. He'll be up in the booth for some of those Coca-Cola iRacing Series events with Evan Pasoko and Blake McCandless, who sits second. Cozy, nice little slider on Radman for that third spot. Radman crosses him back over.
Yeah, lots of fun racing going on right now, and all over the place. You saw that big send from Cozy. Here's Radman. Vargas has a run on him. He's going to send it down to the inside. Schildhouse is in the wall a little further behind him. That's going to let Breyer in underneath him. 28 laps to go here at Rockingham, and there's lots of just trading back and forth going on right now.
Past the halfway point. Oh, Vargas really stepped out. Coming off 4. New leader, Blake McCandless. Gets by Sean down the front straightaway. Sean got the wall in 3 and 4. That's what allowed Blake to close up so fast and scoot right on by. Lost a lot of time there in 3. That 32. Now Blake's going to bounce it off the fence this time by and allow that 32 back into the picture. On board out the back, the lap car Melillo.
Sean's going to try this inside, and again, he hasn't really been the most comfortable down there, at least early on in the run. Now that those tires have gotten heat in him and have worn out a little bit, it looks like he is a little better down on that inside lane. Blake has to be very careful not to hit that wall on the outside. He does a fantastic job of using all that momentum Still has Butler in tow, and they're going to fan out once again when they get to the corner. Sean with a little bit of a send here in the mid-corner. They're going to be side by side off turn 2. No, now Blake's going to clear him down the back stretch.
And where's Justin going to fit into all this? He goes to the middle. McCandless still up by the wall. Here comes Cozy for second. And Justin is hanging around. Not necessarily interfering, but it's like a fly, just trying to get rid of him. And now Blake's in the wall. Here comes Sean for the lead. He's got it.
What a move there, just biding your time, being patient. But here comes Cozy.
Oh,
He's going to send it.
Cozy!
They're going to make contact. Wow.
No
Side
trouble,
by
and
side.
Shieldhouse is around. Garrett Smithley avoids him. Vargas piles in. So does Joey Stone. The caution flag is back out. Sean with the save of the year after Cozy sent it in from 2 car lengths back. And then Shieldhouse got turned around behind them by Radman. And the caution flag is back out. What do they say? 8 tires is better than 4? Cozy tried it there in turn 1 and 2. And it would have had a good battle coming to 3. Here's the caution. And Shieldhouse slides up and not quite clear.
That was just an absolutely insane move, is the catalyst for that, too. Get another look at it here. This is on board with Garrett Smithley.
Ooh, good job
Wow.
by Garrett to get through that.
Yeah, it was.
A little bit of damage to Shieldhouse. Everybody on pit road, including your race leader. So from here, they can make it to the end. I assume that's why Sean's stopping. Nobody is staying out. Carson Hocevar, by the way, is back on the lead lap. So he is technically your race leader. He was at one point 4 laps down because he was sitting on pit road, and we've got tire strategery. Butler takes 4, but McCandless and Briar LaPrade take 2 and win the race off pit road.
And that's a great call there. I mean, all bets are off, I feel like, at this point. You're past halfway. I like the call there.
2 tires might work, but I think I'd like 4 here, especially if we can rip off a green flag run before we get to the end of the race. Hey, before we forget, we want to thank all of our sponsors for the Core League, FTF.GG, obviously sponsoring the league and also putting these broadcasts on every single week. Soundhead Entertainment, Gabe Wood, Eric Messer Photography, Brayton Laster, Shrimp Hub, BenCrazy.com, and SimWrapMarket. Obviously, SimWrapMarket sponsoring the series. They've been a partner with us for the last 2 seasons. It's been a lot of fun with Core the last 2 years. This is our 4th year on iRacing.
It's crazy, huh?
Little bit. We back in season 3, and here we are now, season 6, and things have only improved a lot since we took over back in November of 2020. The broadcasts have gotten a lot better. The racing has gotten a lot better. The field has gotten a lot better. What's not to like?
Yeah, I mean, so many improvements have been made, and usually we gush about that at the end of the season, but for sure, I mean, Core itself, it feels much more like an event, and it's just so much more enjoyable, and in a lot of the new faces that have been added on have contributed to that, and a lot of the racing we see, a lot of the changes that we've seen in administration as well. I mean, it's just all around such a better product, and it's so enjoyable to be here every Wednesday night, and we appreciate everybody that spends the Wednesday nights with us here on FTF_GG on Twitch.
Thanks for hanging with us. We've enjoyed the ride, and hopefully there's another summer series on the way to help bridge the gap before Season 7 next fall. Of course, I'm getting a little ahead of myself there, but hopefully we're still doing this a year from now. Blake McCandless and Brian LaPrade on the front row. They took 2 tires. Everybody behind them on 4. Harry Tiller took 2 as well. Back to green. Inside, 20 laps to go. Oh, Cozy, the bobble on that inside line. Washes up the racetrack. Still no grip. And now Tiller gets turned around. He's up in the air. Hard crash into the inside wall with Case and Wes Graham. And the caution flag is back out at the Rock. And that right there was drivers not lifting, Caleb.
Yeah, I feel like DW right now. How many drivers we got left in this race? I mean, I thought we were going to see Carl Long down the backstretch there, but we avoid it somehow. Lots of drivers with big damage, though, and we'll break that down.
Yeah, Case took a really hard shot to the inside wall, but watch Cozy. He gets down there, and he doesn't have any grip. Turkey walks up the racetrack. He still doesn't have grip. Harry has to lift, and Justin Champagne just runs him over.
And you see airborne for not only Harry, but Case Kallenbach as well, and they bunch together on that inside wall.
Another angle.
I mean, I can't even count cautions anymore.
Yeah, I lost count after 4. I think this might be 6 or 7.
I also lost count after 4, so I think we're at probably 6.
On board, this is Case. Hang on.
Man,
Oof.
just nowhere to go. And I mean,
He about went over that backstretch pit wall.
I was about to say, if that goes a little bit different, who knows? He might end up over that pit lane wall, but
so the caution's out again here at the Rock. We'll step aside. We're going to restart when we come back. You're watching Core on FTF. Back live. We TNT'd it a little bit there, but I think it's appropriate that we use it anyway. Green flag. 14 laps to go. It's McCandless and Breyer on the front row. They're 3 wide mid-pack. TCB's on the flat. We stay green, and they keep it pointed in the right direction off 2, side by side for the lead.
got to be careful here. That top lane's getting bunched up. Sean Butler looking to the inside of Michael P. Frisch. They're going to come together almost a little further behind them in Radman and Cozy. Still side by side, and we got a pack of 6 cars up here in this lead pack.
Oh, and Frisch is right on the back bumper and almost turns your race leader. That was close. Oh, and Frisch is going to get turned. He wasn't clear. He saved it. Cozy did not, and Radman gets run over by Champagne, who gets run over by Vargas. Dorman gets turned around. He gets hit by Wes Graham. Harry Tiller got run over by Fly Guy at the back of the field. No, I'm sorry, Dale Reynolds got into the back of him. It's a trash heap in turn 3.
I don't know how to even begin to break down what just happened there, but there were a few plows in that one, for sure.
All right, well, all right, here's how we're going to do this. Break it down. Go ahead, Caleb.
Oh, I didn't know I was doing this. Hold on. You see Frisch is already in the wall. All right. So we got tons of carnage already. I might need to re-rack them and stack them here. Hold on. You see the aftermath already. All right, we're going. So you see they come together down the backstretch here and into turn number 3. Contact between Sean Butler and Michael P. Frisch. Then Cozy gets turned around. Look at Justin Champagne. He flies in here. Radman gets involved. Vargas slides down the track. Dorman as well. Joey Stone with a great avoidance. And then Dorman gets up on 2 wheels with help from Wes Graham, and it's practically the big one at Rockingham.
What a mess.
Channel my inner Berman there.
The only thing you were missing was a what?
Oh, always a pleasure.
Oh, boy. Travis says that music got him out of his seat. That's what we like to see. Maybe we need to do that more often. Every replay, we'll re-rack a different song. Maybe that'll help Fox's broadcast if we start doing that with NASCAR. All right, Boyer, let's break this thing down.
I know, just get a little bit excited. Oh, Lord.
We're choosing here. Breyer chooses the outside. Sean Butler chooses the inside line. Can't wait to see that clip later on Twitter.
Already going up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that's what you're working on right now. Getting ready to go back green. Nine laps to go in race 1 at the Rock. Breyer and Butler on the front row. Green flag. Look at the front end of that 38. Looks like it's been bombed, but here it is. P3 right now. They're 3 wide through turn 1.
That's what happens after that last wreck. Even though we're side by side a little further up front. Look at Breyer. He's going to send it down on the inside. He almost sends it a little too hard. Sean Butler's in the wall as well. There's going to be contact between he and Cozy. How did they save it?
Because they're 2 of the best on the service. That's why. Breyer takes the lead. Butler second. Here comes Schildhaus on the bottom for third.
Cozy with the run
TCB
going into
is
turn number 3.
Into turn 3. Down on the apron, single car, we stay green. Meanwhile, off the corner, back to the start-finish line. Breyer continues to lead. There are 3 wide back here with Carson Hocevar, Gary Owen. You've got DT up there as well. Hocevar is trying to carve his way to the front with 6.5 to go.
Carson Hocevar made a fantastic 3-wide move. That was nothing short of incredible. Justin Champagne with the damage has become a roadblock. Joey Stone and Blake McCandless just got around him. They're side by side a little further back. Carson Hocevar with DT trying to break into the top 5 now.
Side by side. It's by DT without a problem. Meanwhile, back at the front, battle for second. Cozy all over at 32 of Sean Butler with 5 to go.
Butler gets so close to that outside wall. Just, again, the car control is so impressive out of everybody that's up here at the front right now using that high lane. Now Sean's going to go down to the inside, not only trying to fend off Cozy here, but track down Brian LaPrade in front of him. But with laps ticking down, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. You see a little bit of smoke on the front stretch. That's TCB.
TCB. Yeah, he's in the grass. Mowing it before we get to race 2. On board with Cozy. Breyer continues to pull away. Those 4 tires, rather those 2 tires working out pretty well for him. We're coming to 3 laps to go.
Oh, Cozy,
running out of time.
Opens the door for Schildhouse, and now Schildhouse takes over P3. He might even look for P2.
Well, I tell you what, the fact that Cozy fell off may give Sean Butler one shot running the bottom in 1 and 2. He'll use the top side here in 3 and 4. Thought maybe he closed in a little on Briar LaPrade, but he almost wrecked it off the corner. That's going to do it. 2 to go. Here comes Schildhouse looking for second.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one too many wiggles out of the Sean Butler machine. That's opened the door for David Schildhouse and might let Briar LaPrade run away with it here. 2 laps to go going into turn number 3. And look at Briar.
Off turn 4. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. For Briar LaPrade, the closest battle on the racetrack for second between Butler and Schildhouse.
Schildhouse down to the inside. He might get it here.
Briar may be out of the points window to fight for a championship, but that doesn't mean he can't win out. 3rd win on the year. Briar LaPrade wins at the Rock. And Schildhouse did get second.
And let's hope we don't see Mega Death across the line here like we usually do. Oh, and there's Blake. He's drifting it.
Oh, yeah, there it is. All right,
It's
so
a
race
weekly
2.
tradition.
Yep, race 2 is going to come our way here shortly.
Oh, DT's upside down. He's sliding down the banking.
Oh, in turn 3. Yeah, Malillo kind of flipped him over and slid him on down there. How about that? Big fan, upside down. Briar's burning it down. We'll run through our results quickly. Briar, your winner. Schildhouse second. Then Butler, Cozy, Candles. Hocevar came back from more than 4 laps down to finish 6th. Gabe Wood, DT, Goen, Joey Still, Malillo, and Radman, your top 12.
Finish out the rest of the field here for you. Wes Graham, 13th. Justin Champagne in the 14th position. Case Kallenbach, 15th. Harry Tiller, 16th. Ryan Vargas, a tough run for him, 17th. Dale Reynolds, 18th. Fly Guy, 19th. Michael P. Frisch, championship points leader in 20th. That might open the door up a little bit, or close the door, rather. Robert Dorman, 21st. TCB, 22nd. Garrett Smithley will round out your field, finishing 23rd.
Also, shout out to the Core League for liking my tweet about Mike McCarthy staying in Dallas. Appreciate that.
I might have not been on the right account.
Yep, I figured that's what happened. We'll step aside, go to a break. We'll hear from your winner in race 2. Coming your way next. You're watching Core on FDF.
Something in my head, sun came in, I'll close the blinds, could feel it in the air. This is just a waste of time, no one really cares. But then you came across my mind, got me out of there. So I went down to the river and swam till the panic was over. Yes, I went down to the river, washed all the heavy away. I washed all the heavy feeling all the noise in here, it's becoming ache. Pull me into calm and deep, and take me out to the waves. 'Cause I feel like a waste of space, breathing in the air. But you hold me like I might just break, like you want me there. So I went down to the river and swam till the panic was over. Yes, I went down to the river, washed all the heavy away. I washed all the heavy
And we welcome you back here to Rockingham Core on FTF.GG. And we actually do have some breaking news. So we'll fade out the music and we will hand things over to iRacing's Adam Schefter, also known as Justin Malillo, who is away at his desk working, but we can at least show the whiteboard with the eNASCAR breaking news. Thanks, eRacer, for announcing Ray Alfalla during Core. That's right. Ray Alfalla is going to be joining eRacer this year. 4-time is back in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series this year. He's going to drive the 69 for eRacer. So that means their car, their team this year, Tyler Gary in the 42 and Ray Alfalla in the 69. So there you have it. And like I said, Justin's away from his desk, but yeah, thank you, Justin. We appreciate your time, and best of luck in race number 2.
Thanks. So, no problem there. Sorry I'm not at my desk right now. I'm actually working, but yeah, Ray Alfalla, 1-year deal to eRacer, driving the 69 Chevrolet. Looking forward to seeing what he can do when he's returned back. He was off last season. So, yeah. Good luck, Ray.
And there are only, what, like 32 spots left?
Yeah, I think we still got 34 more to announce at this point.
Ugh. All right, so you're going to be pretty busy. We'll let you get back to it, Justin. Thanks.
Thank you much.
That's Justin Malillo, and we'll talk with our Race 1 winner shortly. If Discord would allow me to drag him up to the... Oh, for crying out loud. Move to... Brian LaPrade, welcome to the program. Race 1 winner. Congratulations.
Hey, guys. How's it going? It's been a little bit, you know.
It's been a little bit, but here you are now, ready to go for race number 2, race 1. A lot of fun battling for the lead. Take us through that battle there with Cozy, Schildhouse, and with Sean.
Yeah, so this track is named The Rock after Sean The Rock Butler Johnson, and I smelt what he was cooking and got it done. This is his wheelhouse, so just had to figure it out at the beginning, and we got it done. But it was a ton of fun. I wish it was a little bit easier to pass. There was one point where I was running down Blake, Cozy, and Sean at one point in that race. I don't know when it was, but it would have been tough to pass. But yeah, it is a little tough to pass around here. So hopefully we get a little bit of a green flag run this race and see how it goes long run.
I agree. Now, we already had the breaking news with Ray Alfala going to E-Racer. Do you have any news for us, Mr. NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series driver in 2024?
See, I've used my mouth. I haven't put pen to paper yet, if that, helps.
Okay. So he hasn't actually tweeted the pen.
Well, I tweeted a literal NASCAR pen. Like, I got a NASCAR pen. I'm ready to go, but have I used it? Unfortunately, not yet, but we're working on it. It's almost ready.
Okay. There you have it. That's Brian LaPrade, your race 1 winner, and hey, we'll see. We might talk to you at the end of race number 2. Best of luck.
All right, thank you, guys.
That is Briar LaPrade. We'll send him back. Nope, not there. That one. There we go. So there you have it. All right. Race 2. Give me 1 second. We're going to get really fancy here.
Oh no, this can only go wrong.
Hold on. Please hold.
I don't know if we can.
How many copyright strikes is this broadcast going to get?
A lot more.
All of them. It's all right. We're talking over it, so it's fine.
It's fair use. Or
Yeah,
something.
this is the one. Here we go. All
It's gonna
right.
blast my
For
ears
those
out.
of you NASCAR on Fox folks, you'll recognize this. You might.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here we go. All right. Zach's yelling at me. I don't care. Let's take a look at the grid for race number 2. Garrett Smithley on the front row. He's your Eric Messer Photography Pole Award winner for race number 2. I'll read the ad read this time since I have it up. The Eric Messer Photography Pole Award presented to the driver who ranks the lowest in points for race 1. For race 2, it's the driver that finishes last in race 1. This time, it's going to Garrett Smithley. Eric Messer Photography will award the driver with the most poles this season with their very own trophy for their hard work and dedication to the Core League. Eric Messer Photography, the official photographer of Madhouse, Bowling Green Stadium, and the Core League. The rest of your starting grid rolling at the bottom of your screen. TCB has changed paint schemes from race 1 to race 2, as has Carson Hocevar. Again, that rest of the grid scrolls right on by. Your race 1 winner in Brian LaPrade will start tail of the field.
Yeah, I appreciate let's see, looking on back here, obviously gonna have some Chargers coming up through the field. Sean Butler, David Shieldhouse, Blake McCandless. Gonna get the 1 to go this time by, and we gotta watch on this restart, especially looking at, you see TCB there. I know he spun the tires last time. That's what's gonna happen throughout the field, and you gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready to check up because it's gonna get cramped. It's gonna be super narrow. We've already seen that backfire a few times, and it'll definitely come up in race 2 as well.
That it will. All right.
I do appreciate when the music starts, you just sound like you're talking in a fishbowl.
Oh, yeah. It does kind of kill the quality a little bit, but it's all right.
Things happen.
You know what? Budget cuts. Sometimes we have to, if we want higher quality, we need to lower the quality. It's not about quality. It's about quality.
It's about quantity. Hold on. It's time to stop when you just get the Zach message. It's just your name, and you're like, all right, and you'll dial.
Oh yeah,
dial
Carson
it back.
Hocevar didn't even show up. Look at that.
Trouble.
Wow. Unbelievable. Here we go. Hocevar and TCB on the front row for the restart, rather the start of race 2. Pace car is in. 22 drivers fight it out for race 2. Green flag.
Oh, Harry Tiller spinning. Justin
One car on
Champagne
the
as
wall.
well. Pace
Champagne.
Gallagher.
Oh! And Malillo. Harry Tiller is so bad over the radio. And once again, it's Champagne getting into the back of Tiller. That's, I think, the third time those two have made contact tonight.
Might have beef.
So let's take a look at the replay. Jeez, Harry. So Justin loses it on his own, right? And Harry has to lift a little bit for Dale Reynolds. And, I mean, he just gets killed. And then there's Case piling in with Justin at the very end of it. Oh my God. We are devolving. If Travis Brown is in the building, we may need him in the broadcast booth ASAP. We're going to need some court. We need Moon Vision court on FTF. Like this is an emergency Moon court session, even though one of the parties isn't even here. Like, Travis, we know you're here.
Yeah, come pay a visit.
You say pick up the phone and call somebody. Well, we're picking up the phone and we're calling somebody. We're calling you. Oh boy. You can at least join the weight room. Should be able to, at least. Slide on in, but there's Harry coming to pit road. Well, at least talk with driver of the one, Harry Tiller. And Harry, we know you're upset. What happened?
Oh, he's just being an idiot. Like, just being a complete knob. Like, I don't really understand what he's doing. He can't see 2 foot in front of his windshield. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, it's like a porn star with a rubber allergy. He's just useless. Well, there's no point of him being here.
Any shot at retaliation, or have you
No, because
given up?
Ben will have a go at me for it. So it's just there's no point doing anything. I can't win. I know I messed up a few times in that first race. I spun out on my own and then I got a little bit loose. But I'm not just running through the back of people. I got run through because I checked up for someone. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Everyone else could watch out now.
He's taking on the Brad Keselowski. I like it. Harry, best of luck.
Cheers.
That is Harry Tiller. We're back to green. Case Kallenbach is still sitting on pit road. Same with Melillo. Melillo just got it rolling. He's a couple laps down. He's 1 down. Case missing the right front wheel. He's 4 down. Meanwhile, off of 2 down the back straightaway. Garrett Smithley still your leader. And they are fanning out to turn 3.
Yeah, Frisch made a big move 3 wide, and that's gotten TCB with the rest of the pack just breathing down his neck. Ryan Vargas looking for anywhere to go here. He's down to the inside on TCB. Garrett Smithley has just had the lead taken away from him by Michael P. Frisch. Meanwhile, in the back, they're still fanning out. Gary Allen's gonna get turned.
McCandless over the radio before he was even off the racetrack, apologizing to Goen, who gets turned down to the inside wall by Blake. We stay green.
And even though there was contact, only 1 car really affected by it, so we'll stay green. And that split us up a little bit, and it'll be up to Blake McCandless to get to the back of this pack to try to mend things a little bit between the two. But they're 3 wide ahead of him. It should be easy going. Sean Butler snaps around TCB. He's going to get turned. No.
With Butler. Back up across the track. Oh, and Gabe gets hit by Cozy.
God.
Oh, man.
Trouble.
We'll get a look at the replay. It started with
will.
TCB just getting high, wide, handsome, and crashing off turn 4. He kept it out of the wall. And he about saved it, and then Radman got into the back of him. Turned him up into Sean. Champagne misses it. And then Gabe Wood gets into West Graham and then gets hit by the 99 of Cozy. On board with Cozy. There goes Gabe. And hi, Gabe. Nice to see you again. Wham. Hey. Our second caution flag of race 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an eventful night here already. I mean, if race 1 didn't show it, I mean, we've already seen it here. I mean, this is a very difficult racetrack to navigate, and I don't know what it is. I mean, if the tires aren't warmed up, if we're kind of driving just a little more than what we've got right now, what's going on up here at the front. But we've had a lot of different incidents where these cars just step out on you. It feels like either out of turn 2 or, you know, you send it a little too hard and hit the wall and stack everybody up. I don't know, but it has been a very difficult night for a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, it hasn't necessarily been ideal for some of these guys, but Case getting some laps back around the outside. So Frisch, your race leader, had a lot of folks come onto pit road. 5 cars stayed out. Frisch, Smithley, LaPrade, Shieldhouse, and drive-through. Butler, the first one off pit road, fuel only for him. Everybody else took tires. One to green this time. Next couple of races for Core, the last 3. Chicagoland next week. We visit North Wilkesboro in 2 weeks. And in 3 weeks, we finish it off in Atlanta.
And I mean, this has been full of cautions already, and I mean, just tons of attrition all around. Lots of, you know, championship contenders. I mean, we saw the points leader, Michael P. Frisch, finish 20th after race number 1 here. He obviously has the lead, looking to rebound a lot, but a lot can change. I mean, you mentioned at the top of the show how, I mean, it is nigh for sure, but I mean, still have a lot to figure out in terms of these races. These next 5 or 6 can go a long way in determining a champion.
Green flag.
Make sure everybody gets up through the gears correctly. That's been a big struggle for a lot of these guys, just the tire spin on these restarts. Looks like Radman might try to take Vargas 3 wide. No, we'll stay double file for right now. Here comes Breyer to the inside of Michael P. Frisch. He's looking to take the lead away.
Diving for it. Can't quite get there. Frisch with the better run on the high side. Here comes Sean. Yep. That's McCandless on those fresh tires, trying to carve his way through the field. He has to wait in line, though. Let these guys duke it out. On board with DT, the Big Fan Esports machine.
It's certainly a paint scheme on that mobile today. He's got Sean down to his inside. It's kind of like a rustified or a DT-fied rusty car. What it looks like.
Yeah, but the rusty car looks good.
Jacob's hating.
He painted both of them, so what does it matter?
Look at Vargas here trying to make it 3 wide.
On board with him and the Leargus machine.
Oh.
Contact there with Sean.
Oh, and he's in the wall.
And in the
He's got
wall.
Blake down to the inside now. He's going to lose a few. Almost makes contact with Radman. Radman's got to get out of the throttle. Dangerous with Justin Champagne down to his inside.
And Frisch is gone, up by 0.7 of a second over Breyer. Then Shieldhouse, Smithley, and DT. Butler, the best battle on the racetrack. Trouble, TCB in the wall, front straightaway. We stay green as Sean about wrecked it off too.
Yeah, he and DT almost came together, and it's going to be interesting here when you add the 71 machine of Blake McCandless into this mix. Again, there's just not room to go 3 wide usually, and he's going to have to figure something out because Blake is visibly faster than these guys. DT almost
Doesn't
tagged the
know
wall
where to
there,
go.
too.
Yep, Sean
Oh,
loose
Sean!
again. Great save for Butler, but he's really lighting those older tires up. That gives Blake the
Absolutely.
easy pass up on the outside. Sean still drifting it through the corner, and he's going to... Oh, I thought Champagne
man,
was going to turn him. We've seen that movie way too many times tonight. Now Butler going to go up by the wall, try and cool the tires off. As McCandless did get by DT and now sets his sights on Garrett Smithley.
And that was a great avoidance by both drivers there. And Blake right now, I mean, is just absolutely flying. That time was 0.3 faster than Garrett Smithley in fourth. So, I mean, the 71 machine is just absolutely on rails right now. We're only 20 laps into this thing, though. I mean, we still got 2 quarters of this race to go.
Sean got the wall again, lost a couple more spots in the mid-pack. He falls outside of the top 10. Back to 11th, fighting for that with Cozy in the 99. Oh, man. Big send down to the bottom from Butler, and it doesn't work.
Garrett Smithley tagged the wall in turns 1 and 2 that last time by, and now that's opened the door for Blake McCandless to get by the number 4 machine. A little further up front. There you see it. And we'll see if Garrett has anything for him. No. Looks like Blake's now going to continue his charge up towards David Schildhouse to break onto that bottom podium spot.
We always have a race like this, right? Where it's a lot calmer. One race
Knock on
is
wood.
calm, one race is chaotic. Well, so far, this is proving to be the calm one. A third of the way home, and only 2 caution flags. I say only because the first one had like 8. Sean's in the wall again, off 2.
Yeah, and you saw on screen DT had a significant contact as well, and there's Sean back there with Cozy. And he's just in the middle of this thing right now. He's going to look to the inside, has to get out of the throttle. He had to run, but couldn't just lift the rear tires up on the 99 machine. And hopefully getting into this run, we'll see for the first time tonight the true effects of tire wear and what that's going to do on a long run, because it will come into play. And if you're Sean Butler right now, I mean, he's already not having a fun time. I can't imagine if we get 20, 30 more laps into this.
Here's the side-by-side. This is for third. Schildhouse and McCandless. McCandless on 4 fresh tires.
And that's going to give him the flexibility to send it down to the inside. He'll try to make it stick. It will for the most part. He's on the quarter panel of Schildhouse, but David's going to get just too good of a run. Blake looking to the inside again. He'll try to do the same thing. David just too good on exit right now for that 71 machine. He'll try to get it again going into turn number 3. He gets close, but it's just not close enough with how dominant that 20 has been on exit. But now Blake will have the run. He's going to look to the inside. He might be in position to make a move here going into 1.
Let's see. Schildhouse still able to get that outside line to roll. Holds on to that top spot. Not top spot, but you know what I mean. Literal top.
Yeah. Hey man, I don't know about you, Jacob, but I know the Rock is a 1 mile track, but it's really got that feel of almost like a Bristol, where it's just the straightaways are so short and the corners are so long that you're just constantly kind of in that washing machine. You know, it almost makes you dizzy watching these cars go around.
I guess you could call it similar to Bristol, even though it's double the size and there's a little more than
shape.
one groove here. Yeah. All
Just
over
the
Cozy.
And I mean, you see the DT machine we were talking about a little bit earlier. He's tagged the wall multiple times in the last few laps, and it's put him on a downward, I guess, descending a path here. Radman's going to tag the wall a little bit. That's going to give DT the room to go to the inside. Now Radman really into that wall. Cozy's going to go with him. DT almost spins it down on the inside.
He hold on to it back there.
And he did a really good job of holding on to it. A little further ahead, you see Vargas and Garrett Smithley. One at it right now.
Meanwhile, for that third spot, McCandless and Schulthouse trading spots, still side by side.
Oh,
Schulthouse almost in the wall. Great run from Blake down to the bottom, but he's loose.
And this has been one of the most compelling battles on the racetrack the last few laps. I mean, Blake has the speed to get by him, just hasn't been able to close it out. And Blake's going to come down the pit road.
Yep, they are halfway. He'll lock him up, getting onto pit road. 29 to go, 31 laps down. So at the halfway point, McCandless makes the call. He's coming to pit road. Nobody will join him, but perhaps Blake sensing a green flag run to the end of the race.
Look at this, a potential beef alert here. Justin Champagne was running Garrett Smithley almost into the wall, and they were having issues under that last caution.
Yep. Yeah, they were going back and forth, and Champagne just called Garrett trash as he went by. Wow.
That was interesting.
I don't know
Garrett
if this
just let
is
him
done
have the
yet.
spot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
wonder if
Garrett's coming
Garrett
out of the pit
did
lane.
that. I wonder if Garrett did that. Yeah, he's coming to pit road. I wonder if he did that so he didn't get banned.
Yeah.
Because I think he was about ready to just send it firewall deep in.
I was about to say,
Pryor also on pit road. Goen will pit this time. So you've got guys that haven't pitted that are on pit road, but also guys like Blake who've already made a stop. Your leader is on pit road. Michael P. Frisch, Ryan Vargas takes the lead of the race here at the Rock with 26 laps to go.
Oh, Radman, big slide off of turn number 2. He's down on that inside lane. Looks like he might be coming to pit road as well. I think he is, yes.
Yep, Radman's in. Dale Reynolds is in. So Vargas out in front. He's got a second lead over Cozy. Then the battle for third, Champagne and Butler. Vargas to pit this time.
There he goes.
So Cozy takes the lead. It's a battle for fourth. Gabe Wood and DT, and oh man, that got dicey.
Another really fun battle on this racetrack. Gabe gonna slide up in front. On board now with the Big Fan Esports machine. He's gonna slide again off turn number 4. Puts him in position down on the inside. Not gonna set him up well for this corner though.
Wearing out them tires.
Absolutely. I mean, looking around the racetrack right now, you can tell the drivability
Champagne
of
in
these
the
cars.
wall.
Yeah, TCB as well. Tagged it real well, and he's going to spin down on the inside, saves it somehow. Going to lose a lot of spots out of that, though. He could be coming down. I mean, I would after that.
Yeah, he's already one lap down, and he does have to make one more stop. He'll stay out on the racetrack for now. So Cozy out in front. Your top 8 have yet, or rather will need to make one more stop. That's Cozy, Champagne, Butler, Gabe Wood, DT, Joey Stone, as DT's now on pit road. Fly Guy, he's coming to pit road as well, so make it 6 cars. Dorman, Stone, Wood, Butler, Champagne, and Cozy all need to pit yet one more time. When things cycle around, your race leader will be Blake McCandless.
And Blake is absolutely just surging through this field right now either way.
And he may unlap himself the hard way before Cozy stops. They're on the same straightaway. There are no cars in between the two right now.
And I mean, if we look at him, you'll see the discrepancy here. He's going to get such a run off turn number 4 on your leader, Cozy. Here comes Champagne. He's down on the pit lane. Watch this in turns 1 and 2. I mean, you see already just how much time Blake's making up. And it's really evident on exit here because Blake is able to just roll through that corner, use that momentum to his advantage. Look at it here. Just so evident. And he is going to unlap himself the hard way before Cozy comes down the pit lane.
"17 laps to go. Blake McCandless to the front. Rather, try it again. He gets back on the lead lap. He will get to the front eventually when Cozy, Butler, Joey, and Dorman all stop. Whenever that will be. Got a good battle for what will be second. Frisch and Briar LaPrade. These two are 1 lap down. Trying to chase down Cozy, who's smoking the tires because they're so old. Frisch takes the spot away. Could Frisch maybe have a shot at McCandless? He's got 3 lap fresher tires than the 71.
And we mentioned, I mean, just how familiar McCandless is with this racetrack. And 15 laps to go. He's not in the lead yet, but once everything cycles through, he's going to be in the driver's seat. Let's say, I mean, we'll call it about 10 to go. I mean, what do you do if you're someone like Michael P. Frisch who's just trying to chase him down at this point?
So Briar falling back from Frisch. Frisch is 0.2 a lap faster than McCandless, so he could have a shot. He's a 1.5 back. But right now, it's 5th and 6th they're fighting for because 4 drivers still need to make their final stop.
I'm trying to ride along with Cozy here. I mean, with how much time he's lost, I've got to wonder if there's something else at play here. I mean, I don't hear him clutching or anything, so I don't think he's trying to save at all because that feels like it would be almost impossible. Case is almost spinning ahead of him.
By the way, Briar only took 2 on that pit stop. Maybe why he couldn't hold up much of a fight there against Frisch. Frisch took 4, McCandless only took 2.
Should explain why Frisch is chasing down McCandless at the rate he is.
Yep. Plus that 3-lap tire difference, but 4 tires definitely better than 2 here. Cozy will pit this time. Sean Butler will take the lead.
Oh, that was close there between Vargas and Radman. Yeah.
Yep. That's 4 position. This is for 9th. TCB's a lap car. He's 3 laps
Vargas
down.
And Ryan tagged the wall there, and that let Radman on by. He'll go on board with the lap car at TCB, who's got a front row view to all of this. There goes Sean Butler, your race leader.
Which will put Joey Stone in the lead with 9 laps to go. Oh, Radman's around off turn 2, and that collects Vargas. Caution's out. Caution is out after Vargas got turned by TCB as Radman just lost it. This is a cacophony of chaos here off turn 2. Calamity corner again. And we got a caution inside, 10 laps to go. Here's the replay. Watch the 10. Just gets loose. And then nowhere for Vargas to go and nowhere for TCB to go, but straight up the back.
Yeah, and Vargas was really not happy over the radio there. That's how some of these races will go.
So a bunch of guys just got laps back, which I think we would have had like 6 cars on the lead lap. So Joey's still going to be inside the top 10, as a lot of these folks are coming onto pit road, get 4 tires and fuel. Champagne is one of those guys that has stopped and did not get his lap back, so he's going to have to drop to the tail of the field for the restart, which we'll get with inside 5 laps to go. Same with Melillo, Dale, and Case, who stay out, as well as Sean Butler, who of course was on pit road when the caution came out. Race off pit road, Blake McCandless, 2 tires. Same with Frisch, same with Schildhouse, same with Garrett Smithley. Joey Stone took 4. So Blake McCandless is going to technically take the lead here off of pit road.
And again, this caution is just going to shake everything up for us here. And see if any new takers. Looks like Justin Melillo is going to come down this time. Dale Reynolds, Case Kallenbach all down. And it's a great equalizer for sure, though, for everybody up front that was kind of battling with those discrepancies, especially for guys like Candles and Frisch.
We're going to have a big issue here because Sean's going to have to basically stop for a lap. He's being scored as the race leader, which he is not. So he's almost a lap ahead of the field. So right now we're looking at the possibility of a green-white checker, whether it's natural or not, because he's got to let the whole field go by, and then we have to reset everybody. I'm not sure what the deal is with Champagne. I thought Champagne was still a lap down when the caution came out, but I could be mistaken. I guess I can go back and check. Let's see. The leader at that point was Joey. Okay, so Champagne is on the lead lap. So Champagne is the leader.
And we're extending the caution here to figure out the lineup because there is a...
We got to get this right. So there was a big gap back to Joey. Which is why I think we've got to reset this deal.
We got to be careful, though.
Nobody knows where they're
supposed
supposed to. You know what, yeah. Zach? Can we go to break? Because I think this will take us 2 minutes to sort out. Well, now hold on. Because now Ben's saying...
Sounds like we might just be running it.
You know what it sounds like to me? You know what it sounds like to me?
Talk to me, Jacob.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You know what it sounds like to me? Checking up on scores from around the leagues in the NBA. Oh, rough night for Luka Doncic. I know he's hurt, but he's letting LeBron and the Lakers beat him in LA right now. Fourth quarter just started. It's 99-82 there. The Detroit Pistons, they lost yet another basketball game. They are 4-37. They lose at home 124-117 against the Timberwolves. First quarter is still underway out in Portland. Nets against Portland there. Final scores. The Hawks up over the Orlando Magic 106-104. The Celtics over the Spurs 117-98. The Cavs, they beat the Bucks 135-95. Smoked them. The Knicks up over the Rockets 109-94. The Raptors over the Heat 121-97. The Pelicans, they beat the Hornets 132-112. Sad news about Golden State.
Utah Jazz. One of their Golden State assistant coaches suffered a heart attack and passed away yesterday. That game postponed. Will be played at a later date. Is there any NHL tonight? Of course there is. How about those Red Wings? On the road, no problem against the Panthers. They win 3-2 in overtime. Chicago at Buffalo. That game is postponed because of weather, because players couldn't get to the rink because of the ice. The Habs, they beat the Devils 3-2. I ran out of music. We got to do this all over again. Checking up locally on the games that I was supposed to be covering tonight. I know we're choosing right now. I'll pause this in a moment. The games that I was supposed to be at tonight. Shippensburg, women's basketball. They beat Mansfield 75-70. Men's basketball. Oof, tough night at the office against Mansfield. They lose in overtime at home 98-87. And with that, we're going to get a natural cage-free, GMO-free, green-white checkered finish to end here at the Rock. Green flag. Let's do it. Champagne is gone.
Look at Blake down here on the inside.
Oh, they're
stacking
4
up a little
wide.
further behind.
Goins in the
man.
wall. Still green.
Somehow.
Champagne is gone. We're coming to the
Oh,
wall.
Breyer's gonna get turned.
Into Shieldhouse. Here comes the rest of the pack. Everybody gets by. We'll go to overtime. That's teammates with Breyer and Shieldhouse bringing out the caution and going to overtime.
Man.
So we'll try it again. Hey, at least
Now we'll
scoring
get
won't be
our-
screwed up this time.
Tons of cage, tons of GMO overtime.
Yep. That's one way to describe it. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh, we're already in it. It's just Breyer sends it in a little deep. Comes up the racetrack, nowhere to go. On board with Shieldhouse. Yeah, not clear. Good job, though, by both of them to keep it outside, or keep it to the outside and up behind the wall. My apologies to James Pike, by the way. He said in the booth, I can explain scoring if you want. And of course, I was in my sports spiel and was not looking at Discord. So I look over now and get caught up that, oh, I see. Oops. Oh.
All right, we're all good.
Yep. These things happen.
This
Keep
is
wrecking,
going to
and
be
this is the end
interesting.
result. Oh, here he is.
Hello.
James Pike. Good evening.
So I've been here the whole time, and I've just been hanging around with some of the drivers so I can sort of explain where we are with scoring, just in case you all didn't get the chance to dig into it. Although your sports highlights were great. So we go back to what happened before the yellow flag. Sean Butler was the leader. He came down right before the yellow. That effectively unlapped everybody at the back of the field. And then somehow, when he got the wave around, I think he got scored twice. And so Ben had to reset him and send him back to tail end where he was supposed to start, because he stayed out when everybody else came down to unlap himself. So that's why he restarted the back of the field. That's why we had the delay on that green flag. Then Justin Champagne stayed out, and then McCandless, Frisch, Smithley, and one other who I think has come down all took 2 tires, everybody else on 4. So that's how we end up with something close to this restart order, save for one restart there with the rapid show points.
Perfect.
Math.
Yep. It's not easy. Okay, my question is, Caleb, and thank you, James. My question is, are you really going to let Justin Champagne win this race? With the amount of bodies that he has claimed
Yeah, I was about
tonight,
to say,
are you going to
not-
let him win the race if you're Blake or Frisch?
He is top of the hit list. He has got crosshairs set on him from multiple drivers here, and one of them starting 4th. We're getting the restart.
Yeah, watch out for Garrett Smithley.
It's going to get ugly.
That's all I know. Yep. Here we go.
Blake down here
I was
on
in
the inside.
replay.
So, yeah, we're already green. Coming to the
no.
white flag. I botched that to hell. Here we come through 3 and 4. McCandless on the back bumper. White flag is in the air. We made it last lap. Can McCandless do anything on Champagne?
What a send! He might hit the wall. He will. Here's good. Champagne's going to try the crossover on him. Frisch is here.
Big
Can
crash
anybody
behind.
get past the 38?
Frisch sends it in deep. McCandless loose. Here's Frisch down to the bottom. He's loose. Champagne gets touched at the line. Contact. Champagne wins it. In a photo finish, they let him win it. Justin Champagne in a classic finish at the Rock gets it done. 3/1000ths of a second. What a finish.
It's just one of them core Rockingham finishes, and we hyped up. They wouldn't let him win, but guess who doesn't care? The 38 of Justin Champagne. I don't know how he just did that, but he fins off not only Blake McCandless, but Michael P. Frisch. Wow.
Harry Tiller and Garrett Smithley both wanted Champagne out. And Champagne comes around, and they did everything but wreck. And he wins in a photo finish. And he did everything he had to do to hold off 2 of the best in Blake McCandless and Michael P. Frisch. Coming off turn 4, coming to the checkered flag. Let's take a look at the replay of that last lap.
I mean, it's just one of them core Rockingham finishes. I mean, I don't know what else to say. That's just core for you. Looking at this, I mean, they're side by side. Blake does a fantastic job of getting here. I thought that momentum would be enough, but actually Frisch gets down here on the inside, loses it. And then that momentum, I think Blake, when he goes to hit Champagne, it scrubs just enough of his momentum that it lets Champagne win this race.
Yeah, if they didn't make the contact.
I think he has the run to win the race. I think he screwed himself there.
Well, whether or not, did he come down or did Champagne come up? There's the crash on the last lap.
Yeah, where's
Maybe
the
we need to
blimp
get an
cam?
onboard between the 38 and the 71, whether or not there was, like, who turned up, who turned down coming to the line. Is this, I don't know. I think Champagne kind of comes up. But then again, McCandless does come down the racetrack as well, off the wall.
And I don't know how much of that is intentional as much as, I mean, when you're rolling off that corner, it naturally carries you down the racetrack.
Oh, man, Blake with a meet and greet with the fans in turn 2. Man. Well, we don't have the 38 with us right now in Champagne, so we'll talk with second place Blake McCandless. And Blake, did you turn down into Champagne there, trying to bounce off him coming to the line, or he'd come up? What a finish.
I mean, so I turned down into him, but it wasn't anything like, I was trying to door him to slow him down. I just thought that at that point he's going to go onto the apron because you can kind of cut the line a little bit shorter. If you go on the apron here at Rockingham on the front stretch, you kind of shorten the amount of, space to the finish line if you kind of go straight there. So I kind of cut left thinking that he was going to cut left. And it wasn't anything where I wanted to, I thought, I'm not going to win, so I'm going to door the crap out of him or anything. I just thought like, that's where he's going to go, and I'm going to try to, cut it as short as I can. If anything, somebody, Sean was kind of saying it afterwards that I may have actually had that if we wouldn't have made contact. But either way, I'll give a shout out to Justin. He let me throw that slider 1 and 2, cross me over, and then shout out to he and Frisch that we were able to finish that clean. I really wanted one because I love Rockingham, but it was nice that at least we were able to put on a good finish. It's really weird the way that race played out and kind of the chaos that happened when that caution came out at a weird time during green flag pit stops. But would have wanted to win, but nevertheless, that was a really fun way to end it, and hope it was a good show.
Definitely a good show. Next week we go to Chicagoland, so not the same as the Rock, but an equally fun racetrack in these race cars.
Oh yeah, Chicagoland's really cool. I mean, I'm biased. I think the Rock's like the best track ever. I just love it. I do wish we had. Good Lord, I'm just looking at the replay. I got kind of put in the ball out of the ballpark there into turn one, but yeah, I wish there was a little more tire wear. Like I'll be honest, I took 2 tires under green, and then I took 2 tires at the end, and I kind of wish that that wasn't a thing because it's Rockingham. But I love the track. I love the way it drives. And yeah, Chicagoland will be a pretty fun track too. I think you'll see guys kind of moving around and searching for grips, so it should be a good one.
No doubt about it. Blake, congratulations on the second place, and we'll see you next week from Chicagoland.
All right, thank you, Jacob. Thanks everybody who puts this on. It's fun, core. We love it.
It's Blake McCandless, the second voice of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series, coming home in P2. Let's take a look at our results. Champaign, the winner by 3 1/1000ths of a second. Blake is second. Frisch is third. Then Smithley. Gabe Wood, top 5 for him. Good finish. Ryan Vargas in 6th. Cozy, Harry Tiller, Sean Butler, Millad Radman, DT, and Wes Graham in 11th and 12th. Caleb, are you with us? Are you able to do the rest of the order?
Yeah, I'm here. We're good. We'll go the rest of this thing. Robert Dorman finishes 13th after a few incidents. Justin Malillo 14th. Fly Guy 15th. Gary Owen after getting turned early on 16th. Dale Reynolds 17th. David Schildhouse in 18th. Joey Stone 19th. Case Cullenbach 20th. TCB 21st. And a tough finish for Brian LaPrade. He's going to come home in the 22nd position.
What a night. Well, that was fun. We get to do it again next week at a bigger racetrack at Chicagoland, and I think next week is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping I don't pull a Caleb Hoffman special and show up a little bit late next week. I hope I'm on time. Nonetheless, that'll do it. You're from The Rock. Justin Champaign wins the second race by 3 1/1000ths of a second. Another classic Rockingham finish. We'll see this thing next year for sure. Did I say Cozy? Oh, points. Duh, let's show points. Because I forgot points exist in this league. Hello. 11
it's
points back.
Down to it. Yeah.
He's got the fishing pole out and is reeling Frisch in. Garrett Smithley is third, but he's still far back. How about Gabe Wood, fourth? Fourth?
Somehow.
Fourth.
Don't be too surprised,
Wow.
Jacob.
3 top 5s. That's where I'm like, wow. But
and he's getting them at the right time here. 11 top 10s. He's been one of the most consistent drivers in the league, and that's what it's going to come down to, is just keeping that nose clean and not getting into trouble. And Gabe Wood's been doing that. Falls back down to 5th. And I mean, look at a few more guys. I mean, Vargas, Malillo, McCandless probably out of championship contention here at this point. But I mean, nothing is impossible. I mean, even Breyer's in the top 10 with his win today too. So shaking things up.
3 rounds to go, 6 races to go. We'll see you at Chicagoland next week. Champaign the winner. For Zach Johnson, our producer, Ben Easterday, pressing all the buttons with race control. Caleb Hoffman, I'm Jacob Pitt saying so long from The Rock. We'll see you next week.